Hey guys, how are y'all doing? My name is Dominic, of course, and I am making this video because I need to announce something for Universe Mode, and I feel as though if I just announce it within the confines of the Universe Mode kayfabe, I think that's cheating, you guys. I think if I was to announce this just within the Universe Mode, without properly explaining the reasoning as to why I'm going to be doing this, you might feel cheated about it. So, let me explain. Because the announcement is NXT is cancelled. However, hold on. Don't go anywhere just yet because NXT will continue for a little bit. Okay, we've got another takeover coming. We're going to have NXT TakeOver The End. That will be the final NXT TakeOver. So we've got a lot of stuff to get through, and it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. But yeah, so why am I canceling NXT in my Universe Mode? Well, here's the real reason. I can't do it anymore. And yeah, I get it, okay? The world is in a state where everybody seems to have an unlimited amount of free time. However, even with all of this free time, I do other things, but even with all this free time, NXT is ridiculous for me in terms of actually making the content. And don't get me wrong, I do love making the NXT videos. Okay, I do love making these videos with these incredible superstars that I get to play with only on NXT, with people like Keith Lee and Matt Riddle and Velveteen Dream and Ricochet and Andrade and all of these other guys. And I do love making the stories for them. I think they're incredibly interesting characters that I get to express my creativity through. However, I can't do it anymore. I can't put on this facade anymore that I am enjoying these videos, and I am enjoying them, but I need to cancel it. And to truly articulate and express why I'm canceling it, I want to take you back to about, I don't know, a year and a half ago, when I started NXT in my Universe Mode. It was in WWE 2K19's Universe Mode where I started NXT, and it was a lot of fun. However, the difference between the start of WWE 2K19 and the current Universe Mode I do is that I played it more like it was a game back then, which is very different to how I do things now. I spend so much time on these videos, so much time that you guys don't even get to see. Each video probably takes about 7 hours to make in terms of recording the gameplay, which there's a lot of botches. 2K20 is a terrible game, so it takes about like 2.5 to 3 hours to record the gameplay, whether or not I'm deciding to do extra stuff, like a Fatal 4-Way, for instance. That takes a while to do. There's recording the voiceover for it, which will take longer than that 50 minutes, because I will replace lines. I will cut out my voice. It's kind of obvious if you hear it sometimes. There's the editing. There's so much to making a Universe Mode video, and that's great and all. I do love putting so much work into them, but there's only enough hours there's only so many hours in the day, and there's only so much energy I have. And when it comes to NXT, that's when I not only max out my energy, but I exceed my energy. I run on fumes making those videos, especially on weeks like this week when I'm uploading the video, where there's a pay-per-view going on, so I have to make Raw and NXT and SmackDown and the pay-per-view, like this weekend, King of the Ring, shameless plug. You know, even though they are incredibly fun episodes in my opinion, I just can't do it anymore. I actively hate it sometimes. I actively hate making those videos sometimes because my mental state absolutely deteriorates. I can feel it whenever I'm making an NXT or, an NXT video, whether it be with a pay-per-view or without. By the weekend, I am so drained and burnt out, and I hate doing that. I really don't like doing it. And so I feel as though just to keep my own mental state intact, I'd much rather just cancel NXT. Okay, I have tried to think of every other thing that I could do to sustain not only your attention and your love for universe mode, but also my own mental health without getting rid of NXT, but it's just the thing that has to happen. Okay, back when I created NXT, each video only took about 45 minutes to do. That includes the audio and the gameplay and the editing. Maybe about an hour or so back when I started, 2K19, because I made incredibly different content. However, now, as I mentioned earlier, it's like 7 hours to make a video. So NXT, I have to end it. Also, considering the fact that I'm still rambling, one thing that's a big part of it is that they don't really get as many views as Raw and SmackDown, and I understand that. It's a bi-weekly product, and typically videos a series that comes out bi-weekly, people just kind of lose interest. Okay, you kind of forget things, so why are you going to watch it if you forget things? And trust me, I don't want to sound like I'm really just worried about the views. It's just a reason. The main reason is my own mental health with this. But, it does get less views. If you even go look on pay-per-views, the NXT takeovers I do get way less views than, the actual main roster pay-per-views, like SummerSlam, like King of the Ring probably will, like Backlash, like everything, like No Mercy. And so, if not as many people are watching it, and if I feel as though I am actively burning myself out and losing my love for this, and if it just kills me mentally, then why keep doing it? And so I'm not going to anymore. And I get that this isn't particularly a fun video. I just felt as though this kind of announcement I could not leave to just doing in universe mode. I didn't feel as though it was fair to you. I didn't want to just upload a video with Mark Henry saying, hey, NXT is being canceled, without you guys truly knowing the explicit reason as to why. So I hope you guys can accept that. I hope you guys, at the very least, understand. Now remember, I said it earlier, NXT is not, it's canceling, I should say. It's not canceled, it's canceling. Because we're still going to have one last takeover event. And it's going to be one hell of a show. I've already kind of booked the card. And I think it will be maybe the best show I've ever done. Considering the fact that I would say NXT TakeOver New York is one of the best shows I've ever done, this one might top it. So, yeah, building into NXT TakeOver the end, it is going to be a longer kind of cycle. Typically, I have about 4 episodes before each pay-per-view. However, this one might be about 6. Maybe 6-ish. So, yeah. And hopefully that means all of those superstars, like those Pete Dunnes, like those Tyler Bates, like those Keith Lees, like those Matt Riddles, will show up maybe in Raw and SmackDown. Maybe. I don't know. But hopefully we can figure out some way to incorporate them, and hopefully we can have a lot of fun going with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of my rant. That's the end of my explanation. If you guys have anything to say, please let me know down in the comments below. If you guys, hate my guts and you're thinking, wow, you shouldn't cancel NXT, I'll take it. If you guys, have anything really to say, please do. And on that note, thank you very much for watching.